There we go. Evening, everyone. Ghost. Hello, mate. How you doing? Have you been lurking since I started? Welcome. What have you been up to today? A Saturday, right? Yes, it's a Saturday. Need to get my head into this. Seen it pop up in Discord? Perfect. Awesome. So Discord works. Perfect. Now I'm curious. So you might be able to answer this for me. Why is the size of the Twitch link different? Do you know why? I'm working on getting my plants in data layers. Oh, that sounds fun. You're working with the what's it called? The foliage brush. Let's see. Well, the Discord thing is working perfectly fine. So awesome. Let's see what we can do then. Why is my music so loud? It's almost silence on my stream deck. Have I accidentally done something in OBS or something? Discord sucks. I see that sometimes my Twitch link only shows the link in Discord, so I don't know. Well, so far I've had my showing, but for some reason, this is a small thing really. But the last announcement, the link or the image that comes with the link is small. Perhaps they've done some updates. It looks a lot better, so I'm happy with it, but I just don't understand why I didn't do it before. Oh well. Still, why is it so loud? I assume it's not loud on your side. Did I do something in... If I do this, will that affect the music on your side? It doesn't look like it will. Oh no, it is. Dang it. Okay. Is it loud? Or is it affecting when I'm doing these things? I'm just going to turn it down enough so that I can hear. Then we're going to bump it up on your side. Just 1 second. It's gone? Yeah, I know. It will be right back. Just give me a second. Wait, it's completely gone? Wait. How about now? Is it back or is it still gone? There you go. Okay, is the volume good though? So it's just not like it's low. You can hear it, but is it good? I don't. It sounds good to you. All right, we'll keep track on that. See what happens. If it sounds good to you, I'm fine. That means I have some control on my side. Not sure why though, because early, like a few weeks ago, I can turn the knob of my stream deck all the way to almost full. It will be good. But now I almost have to turn it down all the way, like completely. I don't know why. Makes no sense. All right. Need to be in the center of the camera. Everything looks fine. Leftover stuff on my desk though. Could have removed that before we started. Let's see. All right, that looks good. Is this working? As far as I can tell, everything's fine. For some reason, it says my average bitrate is less than 6,000. What does OBS say? OBS says it's above. Not sure. Should probably look at the Twitch side though. Oh well. I'm sure we'll find. All right. So the goal for today, I do have my notepad, so let's update that. Finalizing the leg press modeling. Well, that is by all requirements done. We're just gonna add, I'm not sure why I'm putting it in a column called done and then adding a done afterwards. We'll work with that. So the goal for today. Well, so the team wants me to give them some dumbbells, and we probably can do that. I'm not sure if it's going to take the entire stream though, so we might need a backup plan, a plan B. And I was thinking we could start on a Smith machine. I don't think that is high priority, so let's check that. It's not. The treadmill, though, is a high one. Perhaps, rather than dumbbells, let's go for a treadmill. I think that sounds a lot more fun. Let's open Unreal. Let's find the treadmill. Where are you? There we go. That is the original treadmill. Clunky. Not the best. So we're going to find I can spell. Do that. Add this to our scene. There we go. I don't want to work on my goal for today. It's going to take so long. I feel you. Yeah. I think for those cases, the best thing you can do, if you want to hear my advice on it, is that I would break it down. I would say, you know what? I'm not going to do the entire thing. I promised myself yesterday I don't want to. So let's do a 10th of it. Just break it down to small pieces, and you just focus on those small pieces one step at a time. Or even better, you do something fun that you want to do. It's fine, right? Why push yourself? All right. What kind of treadmill do we want to do or create? I want to make something that looks fun and unusual, probably. What if I'm going to save this one, kind of like the idea of this one too. It's got to get done. It's core gameplay. Oh, fair enough. I have Harvest of Plants. And all have to be on a season. Oh, that sounds like sounds quite big, like as a task wise. Like, is it purely code stuff, or can you divide it into art stuff and then perhaps some code? You could probably focus on the artistic side today if that feels less cumbersome. But yeah, it sounds very like a decent, ambitious idea. Fun. Hmm. See, let's open these in a new tab. I have to add all to the map, then data layers, then I got to put in my season system. I got to work with seasons, just getting all of it done. Is that the what you're working for? Yeah. I hear you. Done. Yep. I mean, it's just one of those tasks. Important, but just not really what you want to do right now, right? just, I'd say just start dividing it. Just, you know what? I'm not going to do the entire thing today. I'm just going to promise myself to do this one small thing. And all of a sudden, you just, yeah, I just want to play my game. That's a good sign, though. If it's just, if you're kind of stuck in your own game, that's a good sign. So take that as a positive. But all right, so I need some opinions here. I like the idea of creating something like this. People will see a treadmill, but like, what the hell is it? Or, I like the idea though, but or, should I go with something more classic? This isn't really classic, but it's recognizable, right? People will recognize this as a treadmill. Same thing with this. This, I would say, to me, is more classic. I'm not sure. Should I go for a classic variant with a slight twist to it? Or should I go for something that's really unique? Because I like the idea of having all of these placed like all around floor. They might be something like an upgrade in the future. Probably should go for this one. What's going on? What's going on right there? What's this? What is that? What? That makes no sense. Second. What's going on? What is this all about? Not that. Can I move around? How do I move around the paint? Do I need to use these perhaps? Yeah, probably. So how does this connect? This bar right there. How is that connecting? Perhaps it's like a, oh right, I can see it now. That is, you got two straights. Then you have something like a or bend, I assume. Really doesn't make sense. But all right. So I'm thinking we're going to make this thing. Let's save it. Can I save it? I probably need to do it like this though. All right. There's a fun little thing, if you didn't know, about PureRef. You right click, go to images, and then normalize, and I believe it's size. Having all of these selected, you will normalize the size so everything will look the same size-wise. I kind of like that. And then, of course, you can do arrange, you can do optimal, which in this case doesn't really make sense, but it gives me this nice grid, so it's fine. So this is our goal for today. Not sure what I wrote in my title. What did I write in my title? Did I write dumbbells or something else? I did write dumbbells. Let's change that. Can't do false advertisement on me. All right, back to what about YouTube? Can I do without problems? Yep, looks like I can. Awesome. All right. So let's start by going into Blender. Yeah. Probably should, just for the sake of size, also export treadmill from Unreal. Let's do that. Let's see. Raw exports. Treadmill. Oh. Unreal. Oh, sorry, Blender. Import. We're going to import from E9. No. Exports. That's the one. Move the collision and add this to a new scene. Or sorry, collection. We're going to call it original. And make sure I can't select it. There we go. Save. New folder called treadmill. And it's O1. Of course, we need to name the file. Treadmill. Awesome. Right. I went to a Japanese restaurant today and had some ramen. Absolutely wondrous. Delicious. But now my stomach is complaining a lot because I'm having these slight, what would you call them? Sour or acid reflex stuff. I'm not sure what to call it. Don't know the term in English. It's annoying. So if I every now and then kind of shut up, which is unusual for me, it's because of that. Don't really want to talk and expel something. So I'll be drinking a lot of water and hopefully won't affect me at all. But who knows? Who knows? Right, so with a treadmill in Blender, let's add this to the bottom. So the smartest thing would likely to be to create that bottom part first, wouldn't it? Like the base for everything. The way I'm thinking of doing this is with the lattice, or perhaps a bend modifier. Let's try the bend modifier first. I'm also going to try the lattice because I think that could be an interesting technique. And also something I really want to learn. I haven't used it a lot, but I've seen enough videos online kind of demonstrating like the real strength of the technique or the modifier. So I'm definitely going to try it. So let's start with that, which means we're going to start with a cylinder. I think 8 is too few segments. 16 might be more reasonable. Perhaps even higher. Let's keep it to 32. I can remove if I need to. Rather than add, it's easier to remove. I'm going to go to 90. Radius. Not sure what about the radius. Should I just guess? I guess I should. Funny. Let's go with that. 0.125 depth. So if that is the depth, let's go with this. I think that could be fine. We don't need UVs and GONs. Nothing. Let's keep it away. We don't need it right now. All right, so next step. Just select all these. Delete the faces. Next. What next? Should I just move it first? Let's do that. We need a mirror modifier. Awesome. So now that we're going to find the length of this thing. To do that, I think we need to move this first. Roughly. That's probably good. Make you unselectable again. That's probably good. Okay, so that gives us... That feels like the base shape should be smaller than this. So we should lock the x-axis. Right, yeah. Then I should be able to just lower it down. That's good enough. For the bend, I'm gonna need enough. Give it a decent bend. Right. Oh, I didn't give it on the bottom, of course I didn't. How many? 2, 7. 5, 6, 7. Why is it triangulating? Did I accidentally press T? Let's skip Slipknot. Dynasty. Let's go with those. I like them. Oh, shit. Professional. All right. So I have for the past, what, 20 minutes, not shown the main scene, which is a lot of fun for everyone to watch, right? And all you've seen is my notes and me, of course, which is a plus. But what you want to proceed is likely this that's on my screen right now. The modeling. God damn. Okay. So what I've done, just a quick recap. I exported from Unreal this machine. All right. That is the original one. The original treadmill. I added a small cylinder with the segments number of 32, which means I have 16 on this side, 16 on the other side, because I split it in half. I then did a extrude. So I got the top and bottom part, filled in the sides after I've added all these segments that you can see going across the entire model. Now you're up to date. What we want to do now is to see if we can use, do I have one in the middle? Yes. We want to see if we can use either the bend modifier or the lattice modifier. I'm going to start with the bend though. Can I do it through this one? Do I have bend? Is it called bend? I mean, it is bending stuff, but is it called bend? It's a simple deform modifier, isn't it? And let's reset that part. another tip, you might not know this. If you do, or at least I think if you do, is that you can reset a value in your modifier or anything in Blender, I believe anything at least, with the backspace button. So if you hover your cursor over the window or the box, it's channel, what do you want to call this? I'm not sure what you call this. That you want to reset, and you just press backspace. So another value of 500 or something right in this one, backspace, you're down to 45 again. Perfect. We need none of these because we need this one. And do I have? I do. We need to set the rotation to 90. That's not a bend. That's taper. Why is it doing a taper when it absolutely says bend? Does it need to be this way? No, it's tapering. Well, another one do a twist. Why is it bending that weird angle? What's going on? Is it because of the origin? Let's try something. What's up with this? Is it because of the mirror modifier? What if I apply it? Nothing. Do I need to move this in a certain direction? Because you're not bending. Why aren't you bending? This makes no sense. All right, I need to look this up. Okay. I'm not convinced that it's going to work, but it seems I might need to put this in the center. No, that is not the thing. Well, it's bending something, isn't it? Because otherwise I wouldn't get this. What's going on? Is it because I used the add-on? Nope, that's the same. Okay, okay, I get it. This is not going to work. Let's try the lattice instead. And I do believe there is an option. There we go. This one. That's the wrong axis. How many do I need? That's probably enough. And next, let's try and select these. Add a proportional editing. And move this upwards. Is that going to work? Almost. Nope. I'm not getting the result I want. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Options. No. So what I'm doing right now is looking at the bottom here so I can change to whatever. There we go. Oh, now it's working. Is it because it was lying in down? I mean, that seems to be the case. As long as it's working, I'm fine. Can I do that? I can't. Okay, so I couldn't press. Usually you are able to use the numpads in Blender when you're doing a modifier or whatever to add values you want. Apparently not in this case. All right, so we got it. We got it. Can I then do that? Almost. That's not the way I want. It looks bad. I'm not sure why. Or is it just more? Good enough. That's good too, because I don't want the remove the modifier, the mirror modifier just yet. There we go. That means we have a base. I can delete that. Awesome. So next will be, I guess we should add the arms, or whatever you want to call them, the stand. So let's add the arms. Are they at the center? Almost, right? Seems like the center is roughly in between. Oh, it might be in between. So let's add cursor mesh cube. Let's see. It is somehow connected to the top. And I'm gonna assume it's slightly inset. Is that what you want to call it? Like move towards the center because you have a lip going around, and I'm pretty sure it's the arm or the stand wouldn't be connected purely to this thin piece of plastic. So I'm gonna assume it's slightly towards the center. That sounds reasonable. And add a. Ooh, that was a fun one. Sure what happened there. Don't need the proportional editing. Yeah, if there's ever a doubt that my taste in music is, I wouldn't say horrendous, unique is probably the word. Well, here's your proof. All right. We're going to have ads right now. That means that I'm going to stop modeling for a while. Just going to save. And I'm going to go up and grab some water. So I'll be right back. My bad. I was muted. How you doing, Mohammed? Sorry for that. Welcome. How you been? And you asked how's life? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. It's Saturday, so I'm kind of on the slow side, just relaxing, but all is well. I feel like such a absolutely professional streamer when I do these things. Like just walk away from the stream, just grab some water, can't unmute. Perfect. I don't need that tool anymore, can we? So how about we do it this way? not fond of this width of this. We're going to change that. And we're just going to make a copy. Oh, let's do it this way. You lose good or you look good? Is that the one you're referring to? If so, thank you. Look awesome. Perfect. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Did I add it? Let's see how tall this thing is. Oh, it's that tall. Oh, I should probably have it in roughly this angle. Just like it should. I'm going to do it this part. Move to normal and Z. No, what we're going to do is... How about this? This is going to be such a class act. Let's just do it this way. There we go. It's horrendous. It's decent, though. We hide this part. No, it doesn't feel thick enough. Something like this. The last 2 days was bad? Yeah, last time we spoke, you haven't slept for a few days. Or you slept poorly. So how's that going for you? Oh, of course, on Twitch side, welcome back. I was kind of lost in the fact that I forgot to unmute myself. Ads are done, so welcome back. Not sure what to do about this. Perhaps it'll look a lot better if I just bevel this thing. Follow that. Can I make a change to the way that bevel looks? Sure. That is not the one I want. No, profile is not the one I'm after. Segments. I mean, from a distance, this kind of looks decent enough. I actually slept for 4 days, but after 4 days of no sleep. But not for this. Oh, you didn't sleep for the stream, or is that how? Is that correct? Well, you did get some sleep though. That's good. That's great. How about we modify this a bit? That is one. Smooth this closer. Gonna be done by hand, but I have no choice. Well, I probably do have a choice. If this is going to look good, though, that's another question. That's not going to be... No one's going to notice that, right? And it looks good from my side, so I'm going to be happy with that. Next step would be, let's separate this part. I'm going to have to separate this. And likely what we will do is also extract these sides. What am I thinking? Let's hide these for now. You almost lost your life 3 times in the last 2 days. That's insane. I'm glad you're here, though. You did, last time we talked, you did describe your work as quite dangerous. So I'm glad you're still here with us. Let's separate these. How about we do it this way? How about we do it this way? I'm going to what? I'm not going to change these. But these will change a bit. Let's apply the modifier. Remove that for now. I'm going to delete one side. So we can do a new modifier. But this time we're going to separate it like that. Next, we're going to do Alt-S scaling. We can scale it up ever so slightly. That's quite a bit because we want to see it from a distance. That's good enough. Next, we want to add a mirror. No, not mirror. We want to add a solidify. Make it thick and strong. Normals, high quality, I guess. Don't see a difference. Edge data, no. Thick lamp, no. Let's just add a, where are you? There you go, weighted normals. That looks like a treadmill, like a track. Exactly what we're after. Just looking at the image, I exaggerate the thickness, well, a little bit, so you have an extra thickness. Perhaps I should move these closer. Put in the middle. Let's just make it straight in the middle. Perhaps not. That's the best way to do that. That's just a guess. There you go. Perfect. Gone. What we can then do is build up some kind of way to hold that thing. As long as it doesn't show on bottom. How would I go about doing that curve in, though? We did save this part. So how about we do it this way? I realized that my job payment, if we talk about US dollars, it's 7 to 6.5. Is that an hourly wage then, I assume? I'm familiar with the level of payment you need in your area to have a good, like, solid payment. But for me, that doesn't sound a lot. I do hope it is, and that you can live well off it. But it is different from... But that's a per day basis. Okay. Wow. Like I mentioned, I really don't know how far you can get with that. But it doesn't sound like a lot. Especially if you're like you're saying, you're risking your life every now and then. It doesn't sound like a lot, no. Where is it? Where is it? Can I do it that way? I can. Awesome. And ooh, no, because I have on that side. So let's just inset it. Let's do a fair bit. So I'm thinking is let's try this. That is, we're gonna do not a flip, but we're gonna do a fill. That's what it's called. I'm gonna do an extrude. And we're gonna extrude a fair bit. Is this going to work though? Think. Let's try it. We can always go back. Let's go all the way this tip. And let's... It's okay, I just feel disappointed after hearing that too. You feel disappointed after hearing me saying your wage? I hope not. I don't feel you should feel disappointed. You might want more, that's fair enough. Having ambitions is not wrong. But if you do hard work, you should never feel ashamed or disappointed in doing hard work. I hope you feel okay. I need to do a clap. That's not what I want. What if I do... How do we do this? We're going to pull it out until it hits. I'm going to pull it back. It was slightly... There we go. Stop it. Now we have that issue. We can fix that quite easily. How though? Do I have any... Doesn't look like. So this part is not bad. So I guess what we could do... It needs a bit of work, but we can fix that. So let's make a copy of this. Separate it. Find whatever it is I'm doing. Do I have to? No, I don't. Let's turn these off for now. Well, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Tell us if you're fine with it, of course. Just remember, though, just be factual. We don't want to throw anyone under the bus or something. Just be like, what happened, and we'll listen to. But again, I'm just glad you're here with us. So if you want to talk about it, absolutely. What I've done now is made a cutter. I hope if I done this correctly. Can I do it this way? Let's try. I might be not doing this correctly though. Where are you? Hide. No, not you. This one. I want this one. What if I do this? No. That does not look correct. It's definitely the other way around. What is it I'm trying to do? This is not what I'm trying to do. I think this cutter is wrong. Right. No, I know. No, I know. Now I know. Let's do this the right way. Let's do a... I need a subdiv. Hello? Oh, I don't have these connected. Go. that machine should be a little taller. Which one? At work, or you talk about my model? If it's at work, I assume you're correct. And we're going to make a copy of these. Yeah. Let's hide the initial original one. Hmm. That's the wrong direction, isn't it? Need to do it this way. What's up? Is one of these not? Oh, I think I know. It might be because I need to apply these things. Shout out, or sorry, shout out. Shortcut. How you doing? Welcome. How's your day been? We do it this way. No, still not the right way. Why is it that I'm struggling with this part? Oh, you mean my model? It might be. I compared it to a original model. So it's going to be slightly taller because I don't have all the things in it yet. But yes, this part might have to be raised up a bit. It's been all right. Well, that's good. Good enough, isn't it? It's better than bad. So I'm glad you're here. Let's hide that part. Why is it? This shouldn't be this hard. Why am I struggling? Is it not connected? Well, it seems like not everything was connected. This is not going to work the way I'm expecting it either. So let's swap up a bit. Let's just do a bit more manual approach to it. We can do it. That is that. And there you go. So pick that one. Is it connected? It's not. Oh, you asked someone out and you were left unseen? It's unfortunate. I got this advice. I never done it myself, so take it with a grain of salt. What you want to do in those situations, according to this person, is give them a few days. If they don't answer, text back asking very like passively, not aggressively, something along the lines of, hey, I assume there's no interest considering what happened since you haven't asked me yet. So or answer me yes. So if this is not what you want, I'm just gonna leave it be or something along those lines. Because it could be that they have something in their personal lives just now, right in this moment, that they just forgot to answer because there's something more urgent. But who knows? But I hope you get your answer soon. Never easy to be. Is it ghosted? That's the word, why? Yeah, it's fair. Glad. I'm not really the best person to give dating advice, but I think it's something you can think of in general terms too. If someone goes to, I hope she gives you or he gives you an answer, whoever they are. Let's see. You know what? That looks exactly the way I wanted it to. Oh yeah, you should be, because you're when you ask someone out, you're putting yourself, your own feelings on the line, and doing that takes some courage. So I'm glad for you, really, honestly. And also, you'll have an easier time next time. Not easy, but less hard. That's probably the better word to say. And each time you do it, you probably have less difficulties doing it. Eventually, someone will answer you. Keep it up. We probably should do these up. I just got a notification, a reminder. I need to go and get a vaccine tomorrow, and I hate shots. I really do. Don't like it. At least the shots for the later during the past like 5-10 years has become a lot easier to deal with. I remember when I was really young, the first shot I took, it felt like they were taking this pen and sticking it into me. It was not a small, thin needle. It was a proper, like a cartoonish needle. I did not like it. Unfortunately, it didn't hurt, but that doesn't really matter because I didn't like it. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna get a vaccine shot. Or what is it called in English? I'm not sure. What would it be called? Let's see. What is it in English? Tetanus? There's a refill of my tetanus shots. There you go. Right side angle, zoom in. There you go. That is not straight. What's going on? Hmm. All right, let's start over on this one. This is not gonna work. Why are you doing that? There we go. How tall are you though? Tall enough. So next, let's separate these. Make a copy. No, it's not copied, is it? No, it's copy. There we go. I go out to town above, find out that there's sandstorm out. Oh shit. Damn. Almost sounds like you've been inside the Dune movies. That's harsh. Oh, yeah. That's not gonna work. Mm. So what about these? Let's do it that way. Sure, what? How of these are connected though? Let's wait with these. So let's keep them for now. What we can do from here is, where are you? Curve Bezier. Let's grab that part. I'm gonna reset these quickly. Are they aligned? Is that the one? Yeah, aligned is. Ooh, steel paper almost hit your head. But you managed to dodge it. That's insane. Let's see if we can get a better angle. I'll select this part and then go. I think this is the one I want. And where is my curve? Can't even see it. Okay, that makes sense. Right now I'm trying to just line these points. Oh, of course the cursor jumped. There we go. And then I'm going to move this one, which makes probably no sense. Yeah, let's move back. That way. Then we're going to move it in view. There we go. This is start. I thought. There we go. There we go. And you had to go back afterwards? Insane. After almost a day? Okay. Well, I hope everything was fine with you and whatever you were trying to protect. Insane. Oh, there we go. Perfect. How far out though? Looks like I need to go. Oh, I can't barely tell. I think it's about there. And now I probably need to go right. There you go. That needs to go further out, doesn't it? And you will get sapped with electricity too. Oh shit. I set you at the center. Okay, that's not hard apparently. Let's fix that later on. Now let's see if we can get this to look roughly what we want. You know, then I think about it. There's an easy way to do this. Probably. Yes, there is. All right. Should I start over or try and fix it? Hmm. Shouldn't be this hard, but it is apparently. All right. I'm going to do this the easier way, or what I'm thinking is this way. You turn around and find out that one of the big pumps is sinking slowly in the soft sand spot. Nice. Oh, and it starts to overheat. Holy shit. So, the way I think this will be easier to do. Move this to the cursor. Next, we have that selected. I want to select this part. I can align it. You can align objects you selected with shift and some numpad buttons. It might vary depending on what you select and its angle. But in this case, I use shift 3 to get a side angle. And next, no, not you. Oh, was it included in? Oh, there we go. We need a view. What is it called? Transformation or rotation. And then we need to move from. There we go. We're going to need this one. All right, probably something along these lines. Why this will be easier for me is now that I have this, do that. And once that is done, move that back to the origin, and we're going to set this one. Now I can flip. There we go. Connect them like that. Oh, you start to sink in with the tank too. Yeah, that sounds like you're doing some really dangerous work. Inside, this one needs to be aligned with this. Probably needs to go up a bit more. What we can do from here is, first of all, let's grab this part. Bevel. Another bevel. That's probably good enough. From this part, probably should. Let's move it out ever slightly. So I'm going to select this part. Ooh, that's not going to work. Okay, fair enough. I can live with it. I can adapt. Here we go. And in view, of course, move it up ever slightly. And the reason we're moving it up is so we can adjust to that thickness of the bar we're making. Yeah. Okay, so we have ads in roughly 20 seconds. So I'm going to save. And while we are waiting for ads to start, this is on Twitch side, by the way. The YouTube, you're not going to feel this. But what we're going to do is, there we go. While we wait for the ads on Twitch to be done, we're going to play a game. And it's still sending me twice. Why is it sending twice the message on Twitch side? Okay. I want to pursue a career in game development. I want to make it in Unreal. Is RTX 5010 Ti good? Yes, you're fine. You're more than fine. I'm using. What am I using, by the way? I think it's the third generation I'm using. Let's see if I can quickly give you an update on that part. Where are you? Do I need to go to the device manager to find this? Apparently I do. Just 1 second, and I can tell you that I'm using where are you? There we go. An RTX 3060 Ti. So if you're using a 5070 Ti, I assume that is well above what you need. And also, the thing you need to think of when you are working with game development, try work within the frameworks of your hardware. Because if you can tell your employee that you had these hardware and they were slightly old, but I managed to create this thing and it still ran like well performance-wise, that's more impressive than saying I made this game and I have the latest things. So I wouldn't worry too much about what hardware you have, as long as you can run Unreal and you're fine with the last. If you have something less than 10 years old, you're going to be fine. And there's the ads are done, but I haven't played my game yet, so we're going to play a game. And if you're new to this game, some might be, what this game is an online game where you guess, or you can play various types of games, but we're going to play something called Guess. And that means we're going to try to figure out what is the game of this day, of today, or for the next 7 hours. So let's see what we can do. Let's try. And if Cobbler was here today, he would certainly say Uncharted. So let's start with that. Golden Abyss. Okay, so we got some clues. We got a single player game, third person, and it's less than 14 years old. Okay. Well, so it's certainly not a Sonic Computer, Sonic Computer Entertainment. So it's not Uncharted. Good to know. What else do we have? Single player, third person. How about, well, it isn't. I want to say God of War. It might not be God of War. It does say action though. It could be platformers. Could be adventure. Welcome back, Shortcut. We're trying to figure out what game we're looking at. That's a guessing game. So we've tried Uncharted, which is just how we start the thing. Mohammed, yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah, you had quite the few days, Mohammed. So I'm really glad you're here with us. What if? Let's just try it. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see if this is going to work for us. Let's just try one of these. So it's even new. Okay, so it's less than 7 years old. It's the wrong franchise. So I'm assuming both Sony Computer Entertainment is gone. Is it in-house? It could be fancy. It could be historical. Likely action and adventure. And it could be for both the PlayStation and... You think Minecraft? I'm going to say no, because Minecraft is not a third-person game, and it doesn't have to be single player to be Minecraft, because Minecraft can also be co-op. So Minecraft, I don't think it is Minecraft. And also in-house, might be in-house engine if it's Minecraft though, but no. And also you can see it's less than 7 years old. Minecraft is what, 15, 20 years old? So no. How about, that's not third person though. Well, that's also Sony, isn't it? I'm just gonna let's try this. See what we get from that. Oh, so wasn't that the newest one? Oh, either way, it's the wrong franchise. I mean, it could potentially be something like Bloodborne. No. No, Bloodborne was way before 2018, right? Zelda? Sure. Yeah. Could be. Are we thinking, was it Breath of the Wilds, perhaps? Or Breath of the Wilds could be before 2018, couldn't it? I think it's even older than that. Isn't it 2016 or 17? Let's try it. See if we can get the right franchise. Okay, so it was from 2017, but it's not the right franchise. So no Zelda games, and likely not Nintendo. Dead by Daylight. Is that third person? How old is Dead by Daylight? And isn't that co-op? I think it's co-op. Okay, so if it's co-op, it's not going to work because it's only single-player games. $5 years? So it could be the right year, but I'm pretty sure it's not single player. I might be wrong though. And at the same time, I can't think of anything else, so let's try it. We got one new thing though, that is it's Unreal made. So it's Unreal single player Third person. What on earth could that be? Right, let's get another clue. A racing game? No, Call of Duty is co-op. You can play multiplayer, so it's not single player. And it's shooter, racing, adventure. What on earth? Shooter game, Unreal, racing game, third person. What on earth? I have no idea. Contra? Do you race in Contra? I don't think you do. And also, Contra is not Unreal. I'm pretty sure it's not Unreal. No? Yeah. How about... I mean... That isn't correct. Res? What are you thinking? Like Resident Evil? Oh, no, race. Oh, yeah, got it. I mean, Grand Theft, it can't be Grand Theft Auto, but I'm just gonna go with it. Rust? Oh, actually, Grand Theft Auto did give me... What? Oh, it's not Unreal. Rockstar, yeah, third person. Why is Grand Theft Auto racing? And Rust is a multiplayer game. What could it be? I mean, what's really throwing me off is that it's Unreal game, like an Unreal Engine game. That's really throwing me off. We don't have any developers, no clues, no. I have no idea. Let's try something else. Go with Grand. It's not Grand Theft, but I'm just gonna go with it again because I'm lost. Mindustry? Never heard of it. Might be spelled differently because there's no like I can't select it, so it's probably something else spelled differently. All right, I'm really drawing blanks. So let's just see if we can get to the end. There's one more. What's the name of the other Grand Theft? No, sorry, it's the one you're chased by cops. It's also, I mean, you could say that about Grand Theft, but it's something else. You're running away from them in a car. What's the name of it? I don't think that's the answer though, but it's really, nothing comes to mind. What is this? You know what? Just for the sake of it. There you go. Call of Duty 2. Perfect. Mafia. Oh. Well, I've heard of the game, but I've not looked into it at all. Apparently, it's a decent game. Is that the general like understanding of the game or opinion? I guess. Oh well. That didn't go so well. So yeah. I mean, No Man's Sky wasn't a bad guess, but no, No Man's Sky is not the one. Unfortunately, Mohammed, it was Mafia. Unfortunately, so we didn't get that one. Let's see. Where are you? Turn down the resolution. Am I blind? Aren't I supposed to be able to do that? Let's see. It should be in this one. Oh, I know what wrong. Oh, no, what's wrong. I picked the wrong thing to. I need to be curve circle. That's the one I'm looking for. Then I need to go. There we go. You're 2 minutes late. I'm sorry. That's some latency you have there. Unfortunate. This way. And we're going to do geometry, object, select. Where's the... How does that look? I'd argue that this is decent. Apart from, I probably need a bit more thickness, but... And just double check that all transforms and whatever. It's fine. Looks like we're fine. I like seeing the future. That's probably a weird feeling, yeah. There we go. Not sure why this ring is so large, but this is not even close to it. It could be residual stuff going on somewhere. That's the one. That's the one. That needs to be 1. There we go. I can turn it down quite a bit. That's probably good. What's up? What's going on? And let's add a cap. Can I add a cap? Where are you? I was supposed to be able to add a cap. Yep, there you go. Fill cap. I didn't want it to be triangulated though. We can fix that in a second. I'm going to accept this, which means let's make, no, not a copy of you. Let's make a copy of this one just in case. So we're going to add it to a new collection called backup. There we go. So next we are going to convert this to mesh. Select these, Alt J, which didn't work because there's some wonky stuff going on. Let's select all of these, delete faces, fill, and next, going to do a auto smooth. Apparently it didn't work. And why is that? This needs to be 60. Add a bevel. Let's add a bevel with a sharpness that looks at 60-degree angles or more, which is a control shift in my case, because I have an add-on. And you need to remember to click said add-on or said buttons. There we go. Oh, what is going on? Why are you going nuts? Is that good enough? I found that this is decent. So how would we go about doing these plates? I'm going to make these into plates. I feel that that works a lot better. So let's grab these, remove whatever that was. Make sure we have, that's not a good plate. So I assume that is because this is not perfectly aligned as I want it to be. So let's try something. What happened? Z rotate. Global. There we go. So that means we're capturing that part. So that's good. Can I get it closer to? I guess it's close enough. Let's see. I'm going to swap the song for now. There we go. So what I'm thinking is either we can keep it just going in like this. Just looking at, I'm going to have similar thing. Okay, let's do it this way. We're going to bring back that copy we just made earlier. The reason I can't do it because we have this. All right, there we go. Make a copy. Let's move it out. Hide this. Next, let's pick this one. So we can do this. Or is that the one? Yes, that's the one. We're going to move it in view. We're going to move it down. Now I can tell it's not even close to the same angle. So we're going to fix that in a minute. So we have that. We're going to delete everything up to this point. Do I now have a modifier? I don't, which means we're going to delete all of these. Then do that. There we go. Might have app in the middle there, but we're going to fix that in a minute. Why isn't it following like that? Let's try it again. Hmm. Nope. There we go. Actually, okay, almost. There we go. Next, I want to remove all of these. And I guess I have to go back to that angle again. There we go. Select all of these, move them back a fair bit. Actually, now look at it. This one might be, have to go all the way. Something like this. And this entire thing. Go to that part. What's up with that? I think I know. I think I know. Which means right. We're gonna have to do it that way. Which means there we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Now I can bevel these. And this one. Oh, I can't because I need apply. Now I can bevel it. And after that, now we can revert back to curve. Sure. All of its values, properties are correct. Go to object, circle, we're back. Almost. Oh, I don't have this on the other side, therefore it looks weird. Should I push these further out? How about that? Hmm. Might need to push these down, make this even wider. Or I can accept it as is. Make my life a lot easier. Okay. All right. It works. That kind of looks like it, doesn't it? A bevel. Something along these lines. And also we need to make sure we don't have extra geo lying around. Go. And also let's add a bevel. Search for bevel. We're also going to add that to weights. Select hard edges and add a weight. Simple as that. And of course, we're going to have to turn it down quite a bit. And smooth things out. Why is it? Oh, okay, so I need to convert you first. Mesh. Right. We're gonna have to. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. All right. We're gonna have to add a bevel to these edges. So let's try select by. It's loops. No, linked. No. Sure. There's a go. That's the one I want. We can bevel it. Good enough. And we're also going to add a bevel modifier to, or sorry, a weight modifier, weight norm modifier. Well, I think we can move this. And then we're going to need some kind of apparatus at the top. A cube to the side. How would this look like? Probably lots thinner. Seems to be tilted a bit. So if we have the runner roughly in this spot, that's a good tilt. The question is, should I replicate this part as much as possible, or should I add a bit more underneath it like I have right now? I think that is probably the best approach, but I do need a bit more height to it. Or it could be thinner. No, let's keep it that way. But let's do this and move this slightly back. Then we need this to be bent, or bent, sorry, beveled. Also, this was, let's start with this part. Clamped. Perhaps should be more. Can I do it that way? I can. There you go. I'm not sure about that pocket though. I don't think it's needed. I mean, it's more realistic that way, but I think we're gonna skip it. Welcome back. Let's see. That's the screen. So we're going to connect these. So select this part, move it roughly into place. And we're going to select this bottom part and move it up a bit. And of course, we need a weighted modifier. That's probably not going to help though. So what should we do? Oh, what's going on down here? What is that? Why is that happening? Oh, of course. I think I know. I think I know. So it might be, yeah. So when I beveled the underside, these two points they were actually 4 points by that point, but that point wasn't are connected. So let's go select sharp again, try a new bevel. There you go. Yeah, a lot better. Let's just replicate this again. I probably could do instead make cleaner. No, not a good use of edges. Still not perfect. So how about we try to go all the way around, see if we can fix this. There's a move or a tool you can do is Alt-N and then select the set from faces of that. Also, I'll probably need to disconnect that one. Looks better. Let's see. The electricity stopped because of a shockwave from a nearby factory. Wow. That sucks. You really live in an interesting place, Mohammed. Move that side. Next, I'm thinking this thing would be like a cup holder on the side. A simple one. They use TNT. Oh, dang. Yeah. That's dangerous. To extract phosphate. Oh, okay. I have no idea how dangerous that would be. Not my expertise, but I assume, considering probably unstable materials and, well, explosions. So I assume that is quite dangerous. But I don't know about phosphate stuff. It's 230 kilometers away from you, but still, you can still feel it. That's insane. No, let's go. I'm not sure what to do about that part. What I'm referring to is the treadmill itself. Feels redundant to make these into geometry pieces. So I might just not do that, actually. Just keep it as is. We can add textures instead. Oh, we got another run of ads on which side, which is a perfect opportunity for me to actually go to the bathroom. So everyone on YouTube sides, I'll be right back. And of course, Twitch too. Be right back. All right, I'm back, and so the ads are done. Welcome back on Twitch. Let's see. Just checking a few settings. We all fine? Yeah, we are fine. Awesome. Next, we'll back to Blender. Let's see if we can find out a few more things. First of all, I need some legs for this thing. I'm not going to go for these tiny legs. Feels unstable. And I'm thinking we could probably get away with just pure cylinders. So let's try that. Cylinder. I don't want SUVs, but I do want engons. Let's go with 8. We can make it a lot smaller in height and also in width. That's fine. From the side, let's move it to roughly in place. That's wrong. Why aren't you? Oh, because I'm probably in wrong view. In wrong navigate. Orientation. Let's try this. We also need to move to the side. You know what could be interesting? Let's try this. I'm going to select this part. I'm going to scale it up. Then move it to the side. How about that? I could give it some kind of a horse hoof shape. Yeah, I'm going to keep calling it horse hoof. Next like this and this. Okay, apart from one thing. That is, we're going to move everything down. Where are you? Okay, that was not the right one. So let's go with grid. No? Should be grid. It is grid. There you go. Yeah. I think that's good. All right. That was a quick one. What would be next? Almost feels like I'm done. I can't be. Legs. Simply stand, run on. So it is that cup holder. And that is a nice detail. It should be fairly easy to model. So let's go see if we can create a simple cup holder. And we're going to select, let's go with this part. All right, let's not go with that part. And create a new cylinder. Let's make this one 16 instead. We're not going to make this like perfect. I just want something that feels like it could be a cup. All right. And select this part. Let's make some difference to this part. Let's add a sharp. Yeah, I'm not sure about the inside of this thing. So let's expand it. That was not what I wanted. Try that again. Oh, by moving into the PureRef, it stops. Makes sense. Let's move the PureRef fully to the side. Should I make something that makes it look like it actually... How about we grab these two, move them out. Let's zero them out. I mean, that's not great. So while we do something like this. Okay, new strategy. I like this shape that's on top. Not so fond of whatever's on the side. So I'm going to try and move this out. No, let's do it this way instead. That's completely detached, this entire section. Hide this part and delete, just for the sake of it. Do this. Mohammed, you have some good news. Well, that's something. What's up? You can also then remove this part. Wait, you know what? We can actually remove that part. There we go. And I'm just going to make all of these non-sharp for now. That's probably too much. Or not. You know what? It's fine. Solidify. Oh, forgot about that part. Dang it. I'm gonna make a decision here, and that is I'm not gonna add anything. That's fine. Oh, you get your payments? Awesome. That's great. I'm glad. About the cup holder, but if it's not working, I can always remove it in the future. Actually, I don't really like it, but I need to move on. Select all of these, make copies, add them to the backup folder. This circle, let's add that to a new collection, call it profiles, and hide it. With this, why is that, by the way? That's like that, that's like that. All right, so select all of these, select which one is that the closest to the center, doesn't really matter. Oh, I need to, of course, I need to make sure all of the modifiers are applied, then do that. Next, reset all transforms, so we'll get our origin point, center, all of these rotations, and scale is fine. And let's see, I don't need any UVs, so let's delete those. Attributes. Don't need bevel weights. Sharp edge. Oh, I do need sharp edge. Fair enough. Here, index. What about that? Custom. Santini custom. These are custom. And materials. Let's add one. So I can always use it. And for the sake of it, let's also add a triangulate. I can always add that in the export settings, but now I know what it does. That's a lot better. I'll save again. Let's pick a path. I'm selecting a path. With raw content, models, equipment. Do have a treadmill right there. Select that. Go to pipeline, export, advanced. And for those who don't know, this is an add-on called Send to Unreal, which is something I really recommend. Because it just simplifies the export. So I can export as an FBX. I can export purely something that is a binary file in Unreal. So, I don't have an object in my mesh. And also I need to call this treadmill on one. Also, just for the sake of it, I'm going to go to object data and drag and drop that. So it's the same name. Then let's try again. There we go. And in Unreal, just 1 second. All right, we're fine. False alarm. We're going to fab, close that. We're going to equipment. Where are you? There's no treadmill. Okay, then we just need to create one. Create a treadmill. One folder. We're going to select it. We're going to import like the right stuff. And we're going to go to raw content, models, equipment, treadmill. There we go. And the owner will also sell the olive oil. Okay. I assume that's good. Will you get some extra for sold olive oil, or is it just like job well done? Now you're gonna get your pay. Is that how it works? And let's check this one out. Slow it down. The normals. Slightly weird in some places. Actually, that is not correct. So in Blender, what's happened is that we have inverted normals. We can fix that easily. And it looks like you need an update. Find these. Deselect bevels. And again, Alt-N, select set from face, and we should be fine. They go, but why are the normals bad down there? The same. Oh, I was wondering. Oh, they've made a change to how the face orientation works. Usually you would get blue where it's fine, and red when it's inverted or, well, not fine. But apparently that is changed because inside is red, which means it should be red. And outside is the usual. Fair enough. Let's send this to Unreal again. Do a re-import. That is fine now. That looks fine. Why are you not fine? Am I recomputing? I'm not. Why is that side so weird? That makes no sense. right. Could be just a small glitch. That works. All right. Awesome. So let's add this to the scene. So this is the old versus new. Size-wise, they're quite good. How about if I compare them like this? Perhaps this one should have been slightly longer. Yeah, but I think it's fine. We can remove this part. And let's move this. Oh. Hello? What on earth happened? And this is from the other stream, last stream. Or the actually last two streams. A leg press, which is a beast in assets or in models, parts. All right, we need to move you to equipment, so it's clean. There, it's just a test. One test I'd like to try, see if we can do this decently fast. All right, I need to first add the way we should do this. Let's add a seam right there. Do it unwrap based on conformal. I think that's the best. Yes, that works. And we also want to add a new material. This will be, I'm not sure what to call it. Let's just call it band. I know, what is that still happening? Band. And that will be base. There we go. Into Unreal. Do a re-import. And if I open this, now I should have, I don't. So why? Why is it that I don't have two material slots? This is not exported. I think it was. Should have been, because I do have, come on. These do now have proper UVs. Why do I not have? Okay, you want to do some math? Go for it. Do I need to name it? That's the thing. Base. Not sure why it's not giving me. Oh, no, I know. I do know, actually, why it's not giving me. Select these, go to band, assign, re-export, re-import. There we go. That's the one. And next, we're going to create a new material. Turn that off. To material, let's do dash animate and animation. From here, we're going to go to all. I think there's one called grid something. Click this one. And we're going to pick a UV or texture chords. We're then going to pick a pattern node. And we're going to mask out. I believe this is how it works. I've never done this before, but in theory, if I just go for the green, and I add the 2, let's do 0.2. I'm not sure if that is going to be good enough. Let's just try it. Oh, that's not how it works. I need to. Ooh, do I need to do it this way? An error. Oh, there is that. It needs more. Okay. I think this is there. Why? Is it a flow 3 though? Should be. Or is this because of this one? I'm pretty sure if I do this, I could potentially this one. This is not my strength, but I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. If I do it that way, then we're fine. For some reason, it's not showing. All right, because this is what we won. Now it should show. Okay, so now it's proper. Actually, let's do it this way instead. Do it that way. If I then preview this, can I not choose? It does a few changes. I need this one. If I update, and hard to tell, it's not doing it in real time, but I can slowly move it upwards. That's what I want. What are you? Expect 2-speed scale. You specified. Oh, what if? Oh, wait. I need to read first. Let's do it this way. There we go. Sometimes just reading stuff really helps. And maybe you can see where I'm going with this. We can do that, apply. Go to treadmill. We're going to select our material. Go, add it to this one. We can also do a few more things before. We can also do multiply. Let's multiply this with 2. Add it back into this. Oh, I need to apply first. Now we have that pattern. We can increase this even further. Just to make it easy to tell what's happening. Is this slowing down or is this just me? I might be feeling like it's slowing down because there's more squares. Awesome, but there's a problem. There is a problem. A small one we can fix. And we should probably, you know, it should probably be quite a lot faster. There we go. And for the sake of showing off a bit, I'm just gonna make a quick video of this thing. Guess I can just take it from stream afterwards, or let's just do it this way. It's not important if it's perfect quality. You just can do that, turn off volume, start, and you can't even see it. That's good. So I'm just recording with the built-in stuff. Just doing a few seconds. Good. And that's saved somewhere. We're going to pass this on to my colleagues or my teammates, whatever you want to call them. And I think that is good progress for today. So let's go to this and do an update. Well, I should be to do right there, but let's go and just do a model. That's it. There you go. Hang on. There you go. Right. What is the time? 11:30. I think 11:30 is the time I need to end this at. Yeah, I need to do it. Let's see. 1 second. And so, yeah, we're going to end it here. It's been productive, really, because I've managed to finish the entire model with a few kinks that we need to probably fix at some point. But these are also still quite placeholder stuff. I don't expect these to be the final products or final assets in the game. And starting next week, which is Tuesday or next stream, let's hope we can make some progress. There's been some slow progression made on the game. The other ones, the other teammates are in their own like IRL stuff. Let's just do this kind of fancy looking at this thing going around. So starting next week, I'm not sure if it's going to be modeling that's going to be in the focus. There might be something else. I might have to go do some coding, at least some blueprinting. We'll see. Now that I look at it, I need to do one quick fix. That kind of annoys me. Annoying. I'm probably going to have to do this. Oh, not that. I swear this is the last thing I do. All right, and let's do a set from face. Make sure it looks fine. What's the count, by the way? Have I gone nuts on the statistics? No, we're fine. 1 second. There we go. And of course, treadmill, re-import. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Right. Yes. So where was I? Yes. Starting next week, I might have to do some coding stuff, some blueprint stuff. We'll see. I'm going to have a chat with everyone during this weekend. Well, tomorrow. So let's see what happens. I'd like to see more progress made in the for gameplay. I want to test it out. I want to see things happening with each machine. So we're probably going to pick a machine, pick a character, have it go up to that thing and interact with it. That's probably the next step. Well, it might be something else. I'm not sure. I need to see what the other ones say because we haven't really been in contact over the past week as much as we should have. So we'll see what happens. And I'm saying that word quite a lot now. We will see things. So I'm going to pass everyone along to a lucky streamer. Let's see who that could be. Who are we talking to? Let's see. I'm going to do this. Two things so I can hear myself think. Let's pass it on to IGS Ghost. He's a good guy. He has a few followers, so let's pass it on to him. And everyone who's watching on YouTube or on Twitch, thank you for showing up. And I hope to see you all on Tuesday. Please, if you haven't yet, consider following me here on Twitch or on YouTube. It's Everkinder Studios on YouTube. You've probably seen me posted a few times in chat. So if you're curious, please have a look. And I'll hope to see you all on Tuesday. Good evening. Bye-bye.